In this video, I'm going to be going over the best cards to be buying right now after the new promo super packs dropped in NBA 2K23 Myteam. As you guys can see on the screen, they dropped these new super packs in the game that have tons of new dark matters and just old dark matters in these packs. Cards like LaMelo Ball, Jason Richardson, Bill Walton, Devin Booker, Shea, Jalen Green, Yao Ming, Dwight, Vince, Cade. I'll be going over what is the best cards to be buying right now after a lot of these cards did crash in price, because if you take a look at the odds, you can see it's an 11% chance to pull a dark matter out of these packs. And I saw a lot of people on Twitter opening up these packs, pulling invincibles because there's Giannis. I don't think there's Magic, but I know there's Giannis, there's T-Mac in these packs, and I saw a lot of people pulling these top tier cards, and I think a lot of these cards did drop in price. And I know a couple of people did ask me on the YouTube comment sections to go over the best cards to be buying right now after these new super packs drop. So the first card that I do want to talk about, actually the first two cards I want to talk about, is going to be one from the generational set, which is going to be Dark Matter Vince Carter, who is now almost a buy now. At least he was last night. He actually is a buy now. Like, that is absolutely crazy. Vince Carter is now under 100,000 MTs, down to about 90 to 95k. So he is definitely going to be a card that I'd recommend adding to your squad for only about 95 to 100,000 MT. Like, this card is so elite for that price tag. Like, he's a really good offensive shooting guard, has a great jump shot, the Vince Carter upper with the Kyle Kuzma base on very quick timing. He's got the Steve Francis size up, the John Wall escape. He's got really good dribble sigs, and this card is going to throw down on everybody. Like, he gets some of the craziest dunk animations in the game, and also is a very solid defender and super quick and great at getting to the basket. So Vince Carter, after these new super packs dropped, because he was in here, right? He was in these super packs, and that's a main reason why he went below 100,000 MT. And then also another card that dropped in these packs that I think has gone down a lot in price is this Dark Matter Ron Artest. I'm not sure if he's a buy now, but he's like right at around 100,000 MT. Is he a buy now? I think he honestly might have dropped to being under 100,000 MT. Is there a buy now Ron Artest? I have seen a couple up, and yes, there is. Ron Artest is now a buy now. He is so good for that price that I think he's definitely worth picking up if you're looking for a top level point guard in the game that can compete against the Ben Simmons, the Nikola Jokic's, the Luka Doncic, these top tier point guards. I mean, Ron Artest is right on that level. 6'11", sorry, not 6'11", 6'7" at the point guard spot, and he's going to be honestly one of the best point guard defenders in the game with a 98 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's also super quick, 96 speed in the speed category, and then he's also got 95 strength and a 95 lateral quickness. You take a look at his defensive tendencies, they're going to be off the charts. 98 on ball steal, 85 contest shot, 85 block shot, and the card also does have 30 Hall of Fame badges and a really good jump shot with the Marco Fultz base and the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing. So those are two cards I definitely recommend picking up and adding to your squad after those new promo super packs drop. Vince Carter and Ron Artest, I think both for under 100,000 MT now. They've gone down a lot in price, and I think they're extremely good value for that price tag. Also, another card that dropped in there that's now super low is actually Luka Doncic. He's not a buy now, but he's around like 150 to maybe 175 at the most. I've seen this card end for around 150k, and you can maybe make an argument he is the best point guard if you're looking for just straight up offense. He's the best offensive point guard in the game, and I think he's a card that is definitely worth at least looking to pick up and add to your squad if you want that top tier point guard with an amazing jump shot. I believe he's got the Rudy Gay, no, he's got the KPJ base with the Rudy Gay upper. He's 6'7" at the one, and he's going to be on that Ron Artest level, but he's like a complete opposite point guard to Ron Artest. Ron Artest is all about his defense, his defensive presence, his stats, his badges for defense. Luka Doncic is the complete opposite. He's known for his offense, a guy that's got an amazing jump shot, really good dribble sigs, and like I said, is probably the best offensive point guard in the game. So those three cards right off the bat, Luka Doncic, Ron Artest, Vince Carter, are cards that I would immediately be looking, picking up, or at least looking to pick up and add to your squad. Also looking at other cards, in these promo super packs. If we talk about some more expensive cards like a Yao Ming, even a Dwight Howard, he's dropped in price, right? But the next card that I do want to talk about is actually going to be this Radiant T-Mac, because I'm not gonna lie, this card is actually pretty good value. I've seen him end for only about 400,000 MT, sometimes even a little bit less, like 350 to 400k on Xbox. It's still going to be extremely good value for Tracy McGrady. There's now just so many Dark Matter Radiant T-Max up on the auction house. I don't think his invincible price really got affected too much by the super packs, but I can guarantee you guys that the Radiant Dark Matter T-Mac has definitely dropped, and a card that I think is still amazing, one of the best shooting guards in the game. Like, you can still make an argument he's the second best shooting guard in the game, right behind his invincible version. So if you're looking to spend MT and go ahead and get a top tier shooting guard, I think Tracy McGrady for only around 400k. I want to come back and see how much this one ends for. 240 left. I want to quickly see how much MT that's going to go for, but I think T-Mac, another amazing card to be picking up in these promo super packs. And then another expensive card from the out of position 2 set is going to be Nikola Jokic, a card that you can debate is the best point guard in the game. I know it's on his out of position, I know it's on his hero version, it's his out of position, but I mean, you can maybe get the best point guard in the game for only around like 300 to 350k. Like, I'm going over some expensive cards right now. I'll talk about some lower tier, still really good budget cards to pick up, after the new promo super packs drop. But a lot of top tier cards in the game, like Yao Ming, like T-Mac, like Jokic, Vince Carter, Ron Artest, Luka Doncic, these are top level cards at their position that are now so much cheaper in the game, and I think are all really good pickups. Another guy that I wanted to talk about, I mean, you could talk about even like a Kristaps Porzingis, a guy that's gone down a ton, very similar to the Radiant T-Mac from season 5. Like, he was always over 500,000 MT, and I could be mistaken, but I've seen this card end for around 300,000 MT. I'll show you guys some of these prices and what they do end for, because I really want to show you guys, what this T-Mac does end up selling for in a minute and 30. But both those guys, Radiant T-Mac and the 16-bit Kristaps, are both amazing pickups after these new super packs dropped. If you guys are looking to buy some of the best cards at their position, and then maybe talking about some, cheaper options for Galaxy Opals, I'll go over those guys really quickly. I still think some hero cards, from season 6, guys like Scalabrine, he's now down to about 30,000 MT. This isn't really because of the super packs dropping, but he's a really good pickup for about 30k. So in this video, I just wanted to specifically talk about the cards that actually dropped in the super packs. But I think Scalabrine, he's always been a great pickup. I think from the generational set, you guys know I always love Marc Gasol. He's about 20,000 MT, and I think is a really good option. And then also a new card from the Rush set in Bill Walton. I think he's so amazing for only about, I think, 65k. Maybe 70k at most. Maybe he's gone back up a little bit in price, but I bought him for 65k, and I think he's still around that price range, maybe 70 to 75. Maybe even 80k. I'm not sure how much he exactly goes for, but Bill Walton is such a good power forward card in my team. He's one of the best defenders just because of his player model, his defensive stats and badges, and he moves like a guard. I'm pretty sure he's got the Garland size up, the Curry escape. Like, he just moves like a point guard in game, for a 6'11" center card, and then he also does have 35 Hall of Fame badges. So he's another card that actually dropped in these promo super packs that I think is a really good pickup if you guys are looking for a power forward. But I do want to check out that T-Mac. I really want to see how much he does go for and just show you guys, how cheap a Tracy McGrady does go for now. And as you guys can see, Dark Matter T-Mac just ended for 240,000 MT. Maybe he would have gone for a little bit more because maybe somebody got a last second bid in there. But you guys can see Dark Matter T-Mac, the Radiant version, for 240,000 MT. Like, that is such a good pickup for a really good pickup for the Dark Matter Radiant T-Mac. And I'll even wait a minute here and show you guys how much this Kristaps Porzingis is going for. But just to quickly go over it once again and just tell you guys the names that I think are really good picking up, or are really good pickups after these new super packs drop. Cards like Bill Walton, I think, are super amazing. Cards like Shea, he's another really good pickup at point guard. I think Vince Carter is such a good pickup now that he's under 100,000 MT. I think Ron Artest, he's a really good option, as well as a really good option at the point guard position. Luka Doncic, he's an amazing pickup, now down to about 150k. He's still one of the best offensive point guards. Radiant T-Mac, just like I showed you guys, ending for around 250k, maybe 300 at most. If you can get him for that price tag, 240, like you guys just saw, that is such good value for Dark Matter Radiant T-Mac, who can be argued as the second best shooting guard in the game. And then I think some other ones are Kristaps Porzingis. Once again, I'll show you guys his price here in a second, but if he's anything under like 300k, he's a really good pickup. And then also Nikola Jokic, if you guys are looking for a top tier point guard, maybe the best point guard in the game, for about 300,000 MT. But now let's go over to the 16-bit set. And you guys can see I just perfectly timed that by accident, but he just sold for 200,000 MT. 200k for Dark Matter Kristaps, still one of the best center and power forward cards in my team. So these super packs, the promo super packs, have completely crashed the market for these specific cards, and these are going to be, in my opinion, the best pickups after they dropped. And hopefully guys did enjoy the video, and maybe let me know some of the cards you guys are planning on buying, you know, from this set. If you're going to buy Luka Doncic, a Devin Booker, for example, a Shea, you know, Ron Artest, Vince Carter, a Radiant T-Mac, Kristaps, let me know what cards you guys are looking to pick up, and maybe some names that I didn't mention. But hopefully guys did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.